coming at you right after the break. And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. We've got the American League Wildcard Series on the show. It's the Arizona Diamondbacks and the Milwaukee Brewers. Alongside Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Postseason baseball, Singy, it's always great to see and be a part of.
Oh, Boog, you just never know what's in store when it comes to postseason baseball. You do know you're going to see some amazing pitching, guys coming out of the bullpen throwing 100, some incredible defensive plays, some big knocks, and maybe a mistake or two that'll live on forever. All I do know is I'm pumped up for this one.
And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. So almost ready to get underway and towing the slab, Corbin Burnes. How about a scouting report on him?
Well, this is a guy that usually turns in a very good outing. People like playing behind him. Everyone seems to be loose, and the offense tends to get going. So, you're looking at an opposing lineup. When they see him out there in the mound, they know that he's going to compete. They don't want to let him settle in. They want to try to knock him out, get into that bullpen before he gets real comfortable.
So coming into the game now on defense, Blake Perkins. He'll be out in left field. All right, ready to go here. This is Corbin Carroll.
16, Blake Perkins.
The pitch. And that skips in the dirt. Popped up. Adames settles underneath it and puts the squeeze on that one. And there's one down. Now the Diamondbacks lineup as put together by Torey Lovullo. We could be in for a power showcase today with the wind blowing out, a lot of lift and separate, Chris.
We know guys are in this era definitely trying to hit the ball in the air regardless of the conditions, but I think even a little more so there's margin for error if you can get the ball up in the air. So, you'll see at times, I'm sure, with 2 strikes, what looks like a half swing that can get out of the ballpark with a guy who's got decent pop.
Got him. Definitely not a partay for Ketel Marte. Here's Tommy Pham. The pitch. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Two down. That one 95 to finish him off. So 1-2-3 go the Diamondbacks. Now it's the Brewers' turn. It's a scoreless ball game. You're watching the American League Wildcard Series on the show. Back here in Milwaukee, our starting pitcher in this one, Brandon Pfaadt. What do you got on him, Chris?
Power pitcher. He's going to speed you up with the fastball velocity, and out of his hand will explode the breaking ball. Very difficult for hitters to keep that front side closed and hit the ball the other way because they know if they're not ready to pull the trigger, the fastball will beat them.
Now into the ball game on defense, Jace Peterson. He's in at shortstop. Bottom of the first. Up now for Milwaukee, Blake Perkins. Comebacker to the mound. On to first. One up, one down.
Well, a well-thrown slider like that one can be tough to get in the air. Good downward break on that one.
Let's take a look at the Brewers lineup. This is a veteran-led lineup right here. A lot of players with plenty of experience, Singy.
Yeah, no doubt about that, Boog. These guys have been around the game for a long time, and they may not have the flash that they once did, but they've got the wisdom to be able to understand different situations, be able to think with the opponent and sometimes in front of the opponent. And you always seem to see a team like this. They come to the ballpark, they know how to get down to business, and they understand what the job is at hand.
2 balls and a strike. Here it comes. And that one fouled off. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Well, oftentimes that's the pitch he's trying to set up, the curveball. He'll lean on it pretty heavily, so you got to be expecting it, look for it, and sell out so you don't miss it when you get it.
Vic Caratini at the plate, taking his first at bat of the game after entering on defense. Swing and a miss. 1-2. The wide to kick the pitch. And down on strikes he goes. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. First frame of the night behind us, and it's 0-0. All set for the start of the inning. Here's the cleanup hitter for the Diamondbacks, Christian Walker. Singing, you can't ask for anything more. This guy checks all the boxes offensively.
He is the ultimate professional, and it doesn't just start at game time. It starts in the afternoon, the way he prepares and gets ready for the ball game. I tell you what, his teammates feed off of the leadership that he shows on and off the field.
The pitch. And downstairs. At the belt and fires. Good plate appearance there. Able to take the walk.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Next up for the Diamondbacks, Gabriel Moreno. Here's a 1-1. That one missed. The 2-1. Swings through that. Woody Keller making the calls behind home for us today.
And Boog, something to keep an eye on is how pitchers utilize the top part of the strike zone. We see a lot more of that in today's game with guys going up there with hard stuff. Keller, definitely an umpire that isn't afraid to call strikes up in that part of the strike zone.
Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Right-hander kicks, deals. Hit on the ground, might be 2. Monasterio to second, on to first, double play.
I think 4-6-3 double plays like that are way tougher than these guys make it look sometimes, because no matter how you do it, the feed from the second baseman is a tough one. That's where footwork really comes into play, but right there, very well done.
Here's Lourdes Gurriel Jr. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads.
Love how vocal the umpire is today. No doubt in the hitter's mind, catcher's mind, and even the pitcher's mind as to the conviction in the call.
Bounce to the right. Caratini tosses to the pitcher, covering the bag, and that'll do it. So they go quietly there. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. We're tied 0-0. Back here at American Family Field, ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now the DH, Mark Canha. Swings and misses. That's strike 2.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
On the ground to the left. In plenty of time to first. That's 1 out, the bottom of the second.
Good late bite on that slider. Got the hitter out in front, rolled over on it. Exactly what he was supposed to do.
Digging in, it's the speedy outfielder, Sal Frelick. The pitch. Oh, he hit him. And that got him pretty flush.
Well, anytime one of your guys gets drilled, it catches everyone's attention in the dugout. And you know what? It kind of gets you fired up.
Willie Adames stands in. Checks over to first. Back safely. And a pitch. Swings and misses. And the count 1-2. Just missed.
With 2 strikes. May see some movement over there at first base. Trying to stay out of a double play here.
And the next pitch is way outside. Josh Donaldson waiting for a turn at the plate. Frelick stands at first with 1 out. Fights it off. You'll see another. Here's the pitch. Runner goes. Swing and a miss. Throw, save. That's a stolen base.
Well, almost a strike him out, throw him out play right there, but 3-2 is a great count to run on. There's a good chance the hitter puts the ball in play, so it can turn into a big play offensively as well.
Here's Josh Donaldson. Misses off the plate. 2-1.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Fouled off. He was late. Two now. That one hit to right. Carroll moving under it. Makes the grab. And that's the 3rd out.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
Welcome back. Well, here we go. Top of the 3rd. Scoreless game. Alek Thomas now. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. Kicks and fires.
That's the ball.
So how much does his speed factor into his ability to go get it?
It's heartbreaking for the hitter because off the bat, he thinks this ball's going to get down. Because of that speed and the ability to make up so much ground, he enters the picture and breaks a guy's heart.
Next offering is down low.
There's one guy that I can think about, Boog, who started as a 3rd baseman, Alex Gordon, and then became an elite perennial Gold Glover out in left field for the Kansas City Royals. But he's a guy, when you watch him play, you would imagine that that's all he ever played in his life was the outfield.
Contreras pulls it down. 1 down.
The 3rd baseman, number 3.
Now it's Evan Longoria's turn. Yeah, some guys just have instincts, right? I mean, that's the way it goes. We talk about Larry Walker, the Hall of Famer, and his instinct on the bases, despite the fact that he didn't play a ton of baseball as a kid. Struck him out looking. Fastball at the letters, froze him for strike 3. Now it's Chase Peterson. Came into the game on defense, so his first trip to the plate here. Ball on a strike. Ground ball right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. And the Diamondbacks down in order, and we are still scoreless. Bottom of the inning, up now for Milwaukee, Andrew Monasterio.
Andrew Monasterio.
Righty to the plate. Softly hit to third. Longoria to first. Leadoff man retired here in the third.
And he looked a little tentative on that swing, almost like he didn't get pitch recognition and tried to slow his bat down just to make contact. I'd rather see a guy swing through it instead of making weak contact and putting it in play. Have another pitch where maybe he can drive out of the ballpark.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
Back to the top of the lineup, Blake Perkins up now for the Brewers. He's 0 for 1. Next offering misses, and the count is 3-1. And that's in for a strike.
Full count.
In the air to left down the line. He's got it, and that is that. 3 up, 3 down for Milwaukee, and we're still knotted at 0. And welcome back. Now it's the right fielder, Corbin Carroll.
The right fielder, number 7.
Trying to keep good speed off the bases.
And the righty deals. Fights that one away, still 1-2. And misses inside.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Swing and a ball popped up. And there's 1 down.
The batter, the second baseman,
Ketel Marte up to the plate. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. One and 2 now. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Good late cut for the strikeout there. That thing really got in on him. And, you know, the cutter isn't really a huge swing and miss pitch most of the time because it's not really meant to move a whole lot. You're just trying to miss the big part of the barrel and maybe get some weak contact. But that one right there did a whole lot more than that. That was a really good pitch.
And now, Tommy Pham went down on strikes his first time through. Next offering is fouled back. Next one is off the plate. The count now 2-2.
It's a good take.
The next offering misses, and the count's full. Christian Walker, the kind of bat that can make a big impact if they can keep it going here. The D-backs still looking for their first hit in this one. And that's ball 4.
Take your base.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
And now it's Christian Walker. Worked a walk in his first trip to the plate. Ball to strike. The pitch comes up empty. That's strike 2.
If you're a base runner, you got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
That's to third. They take the force out. That ends the frame. Nothing across. No hits, no errors, and 1 man left. We're midway in the fourth. We're tied 0-0. Ready to go. Bottom four. Now here is William Contreras.
He is a talented player. His big brother Wilson has voiced that his little brother may end up being better than he is.
Upstairs. That one in for a strike. 2-2. Just missed.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's well.
Righty delivers. Left field. Gurriel has it sized up. Hauls it in for the out.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
The 1-1 is fouled off. One down, base is empty. And just misses with that one.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
The 2-2 on the way. Battling here as he fouls it away. The wind of the pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Chased the fastball up the ladder for strike 3.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher on the same page right now.
Here's Mark Canha. Grounded out his first time. Kicks and deals. Pop up here, third base side. Longoria settles under this one. He's there. He's got it. And that will end the inning. Gone in order are the Brewers. Still no score. We go to the top of the fifth. Now the D-backs catcher, Gabriel Moreno. Check swing, appeal to first. And yes, he did. He went around. The pitch. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Here comes a pitch. Got him swinging.
Not a very good curveball right there, but sometimes those high breaking balls kind of surprise you as a hitter, and when they stay high, have just a little more velo on them to get by you. And that 2-strike count, I thought was a pretty good pitch to hit. I think he got a little too excited and tried to do too much.
And it's Lourdes Gurriel Jr. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. And a pitch. And a strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
The Diamondbacks yet to pick up a hit here. Got him looking. That's a strikeout. Next to hit for Arizona, Alek Thomas. First time up was a pop out.
Now this guy, a player that if he gets on base has the ability to really be aggressive getting around the base paths.
Next one misses. Now 3-1. Evan Longoria waiting to hit for the D-backs. And he walked him.
On four, take your base.
And he's a guy that will certainly think about stealing a bag or two. Not the kind of speed you want to put on base in a tie game.
So digging in, Evan Longoria. Caught looking his first time up. And a pitch. And a count 1-2. Thomas leads off first with 2 down to the inning. That one is absolutely belted. And it hits the base of the wall. Adames with a relay home. Not in time. He beat it, and they've got the lead.
Picks himself up at RBI. Just missed out on a home run right there, but he certainly hit it hard enough. Just didn't have the right launch angle to carry it over the wall, but still an excellent swing of the bat.
Now up next for Arizona, Jace Peterson. Grounded out his first time up. And a 1-1. And another ball. Two outs. There's a strike.
Pretty rare location right there, right down the middle. This guy paints the edges. I'm not sure if you're going to see that pitch again as a hitter.
Here's a 2-2. In the air, right field. Taylor moving under it. And that is the inning. D-backs with a run-scoring double. And the home team down a run. Back here at the ballpark, John Shambi with my buddy Chris Singleton. It's set to get us started. Bottom 5. Sal Frelick. The 2-1. That misses off the outside edge.
Well, an interesting situation. One swing you can tie up the ball game, but if you're patient and work a walk, then you bring the game-winning run to the plate.
Swing and a miss. Now 3-2.
You know, this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one more thing he's got to think about.
And a swing and a miss. And now one away.
Very frustrating right there as a speedy potential base runner when with 2 strikes you just struggle to put the ball in play. You don't even have to get a hit at that point. You can help your team just by reaching on an error, but some way you got to find a way to shorten up the swing and put the ball in play next time.
So up next, Willy Adames. His first at bat was a strikeout. The 1-1 is fouled off. A 1-run lead. And the home team trying to pull it out. Next offering way off the plate.
Well, he might have to look for a different put-away pitch right here, 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times in this at-bat, so might have it timed up and ready for it.
On the ground to third. Longoria to first. Home man for the 5th inning, moving along. 2 quick outs.
Donaldson.
So they're down to their final out. Now it's Josh Donaldson's turn to hit. Looking to get the tying run on base. They say it went.
Now this offense has just been locked down. Almost 5 full innings of shutout baseball.
The 1-2. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Next pitch is downstairs. And now the count filled up 3-2.
Big pitch coming right here. Last thing he wants to do is put the tying run on base, but he can't groove on either. 2
down, nobody on. In the dirt, gets to it, on to first. In time, ball game. It's a no-hitter. What a way to finish it.